So my name is Emilee Fernandes and I am the owner of Gem Glam Organic Medical Spa, Gem Aesthetics Academy, and newly Jade by Gem skincare line. We are located in both Harrow, Ontario and in Tecumseh, Ontario. We are a holistic spa, and our spa's focus is really about the shift in beauty that comes from a place of empowering women to be, I guess, whoever it is that they want to be, and to give them something that is beautiful and focused on all four of their bodies. And society has placed us in a world where we think about beauty as being something that is vain, that is physical in nature, and we're trying to shift women, and I guess men as well, out of that spot to bring it back to a place of wholeness, healing, and wellness. For us, the shift is really about creating awareness of how our four bodies all play together. And then in the shift, it's the four bodies of the mind, our emotional health, our spiritual health, and our physical health. And we look at different reasons as to why certain things are happening within the skin, why certain things are happening to our bodies, and what our bodies are trying to tell us. Our skin is a mirror, and very much so, it's reflective of our internal environment, whether that be stress or emotions, whether it be maybe gut health, gut imbalance, or perhaps there's an organ in our bodies that's not functioning 100% and it's really trying to tell us something. And so we always try to get to the bottom of what is it that our skin is trying to tell us. One of our favorite things to focus on now as we shift into this holistic world is the use of ancient modalities and tools. We look at things like jade rollers and Kanza wands, gua sha tools, and facial cupping in our practice to look at and examine how we can better reach a whole health perspective for our clients. For us, the focus of these ancient modalities really brings in the idea of our lymphatic system and how our lymphatic system is also tied to our emotions, our immunity, and our overall general well-being. With the incorporation of tools that you've probably seen before, jade rollers and gua sha tools, as well as manual lymph drainage, you have the ability to unstuck any emotions that someone may be feeling in their lives, maybe a place where they may be stuck in their lives, something that they're holding on to that's resulting in a chronic illness for them. And we love to empower our clients for home care, as well as through spa treatment, on how they can utilize these specific tools in their home care routines and rituals to achieve a better balance between body, mind, and spirit. So today I would love to show you one of our favorite home care tools that a lot of our clients purchase, and it is the jade roller. And this is a traditional jade roller. And when you're looking at jade rollers, there's a couple things that you'll want to begin to I guess, understand about them. They're usually dual-ended, which is great. You can have the small end here that gets into all the nooks and crannies, and the larger end here. There are different shapes and styles when you look at the larger ends here, which cover more surface area. And the fatter and heavier they are, the deeper that they're going to penetrate and work on perhaps muscular tissue. They don't just come in jade though, although the name suggests that they are typically jade rollers. We also have many clients who love to use amethyst, and amethyst is an amazing tool and crystal that has a frequency that can address with far infrared rays things like acne, can stimulate healing, and produces a really beautiful glow on the skin. The other favorite for our clients is the rose quartz facial crystal roller, and rose quartz is of course the stone of love, but besides that, it helps with wrinkles and fine lines. So clients always ask, how do I pick a roller? Well, the overall beauty benefits, if you can't pick anything, we always suggest go with the basic jade roller until you truly figure out which crystal resonates with you the most. If you're looking for more anti-aging, go ahead and select something like this, the beautiful rose quartz roller. And someone who's perhaps dealing with more healing, more inflammation, more acne, we usually suggest the amethyst rollers. You should want to make sure that they roll well and very, very easily are movable, but that the bases are welded. And the welded quality here will ensure that this little neck here does not break. People always ask, I can get a $20 jade roller online. Why would I spend $50 to $75 to get a crystal jade roller that you retail? And the difference is truly quality. Quality of the stone, making sure that the stones are sourced sustainably, and then as well making sure that all the moving parts are there with quality and integrity. So, where would you incorporate jade rolling into your routine? Jade rolling can be used any time of day, anywhere, but typically to create a ritual for yourself around the benefits of using a jade roller, you'd want to incorporate it after applying any moisturizer or finishing products. When you are putting on your facial oil or your moisturizer, using a massage roller will actually allow you to get better penetration of your products and deliver the benefits to you at that time. So I always suggest go ahead for a cleanse. If your day is to exfoliate, definitely go for your exfoliation. Apply your moisturizer, serum, or oil, and then begin the process of jade rolling. The process of jade rolling, always you want to begin at the neck. And the reason that you're beginning with the neck is because the neck is like the stem of the flower. And if the neck itself is experiencing inflammation or pain, any sort of knots in those areas, you're not going to have the flow of the lymphatic fluid to drain the various areas around the face. So it's important that the neck is healthy, just as the stem of a flower would be healthy, to help bring nutrients to the actual flower itself. And the use of the jade roller is actually quite simple. Today I'm going to show you a demonstration with the amethyst crystal roller because it is my favorite. And the amethyst crystal roller actually has a pretty great weight to it. And so when we're using it, we don't require a lot of pressure to begin to do so. When beginning your at-home jade rolling routine, it is very important that you begin on the right side of your body and always rolling from the ear down to the clavicle. And then you can also open up the chest from the sternum all the way to the underarm. And using this amethyst roller, beginning with minimal pressure, allowing the weight of the crystal to use its own powers to create draining, we begin to drain down the lateral aspects of the neck. And you can do this 3 to 5 times. You may notice that as you begin to roll, that the fluid in the back of the throat begins to gather. There may be almost like something stuck in your throat. That is a great sign, and it just means that the lymphatic fluid is moving through the proper channels to begin to open up to glow and wellness within the skin, which is great. We then move from the lateral aspects of the neck to underneath the jaw, and we're getting into the chin. So we begin by rolling medially to laterally, always back towards the ear. The benefits that one could experience by rolling their neck regularly would be that they would see some firmness. They would see that their jaw contour begins to become more apparent. And the reason being is that by using a tool, we're able to drain the lymphatic fluid and take away the puffiness and the stuck stuff. We can also make sure, if we want to use a little bit more pressure, that we're going to work on the muscular level. If the muscle is tight in the jaw especially, what we may notice is some congestion around the eye area, meaning that the eyes are dark or puffy and they're not able to drain. And so spending a great deal of focus around this jaw area during your ritual will make sure that your treatment goes much more, to your favor. So we continue to move up the jaw now. We are on the mandible as we sweep medially to laterally. And the slower we go, the more fluid we will drain. And bringing it back towards the ear, making sure that we are beginning to open up those channels so that we can take any fluid and allow it to drain down the face. Sweeping as we move up now to the corner of the mouth, still working medially to laterally across the face. And then just area by area, I'm going to continue to drain the lateral aspects of the neck. This great little pointy, the smaller end here is what we can use to get into all the fine detail areas. So let's say it's the nasolabial folds or the marionette lines that are really troublesome to you. By using a jade roller such as this, you're able to get in and provide the skin more circulation And bringing more nutrients to this layer of the skin, you're able to begin to soften the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. So don't be afraid to get in there and get all the little detail areas and troublesome spots that affect you regularly as you work through your tool. I like to use it as a little eraser almost, and holding that intention while we're rolling actually delivers a better result. So we're going to continue to move up the face now. We're going to work from the cheek, working medially to laterally across the cheek, sweeping outwards on the face. And then as well, working just below the eye. We're going to save that inner part of the eye and the orbital ridge for our smaller piece here. So we're able to bring that in, and with little sweeping strokes, almost like we're gathering all the fluid, we're able to get in and bring all that little bit of fluid, gathering it back towards the temple. Bringing the fluid back towards the temple, we're beginning to open up the drainage through the eye, allowing our skin to be lifted, less puffy, maybe more clear. And as well, we want to drain down the center of the face. Draining down the center of the face is easy to do with our smaller roller end, bringing it down the lateral aspects of the nose, down the side of the lip, end to the chin, and then following all the way back and making it all the way down the neck again to open everything up. Another great tip that I love is to keep my jade roller in the fridge. When you keep your jade roller in the fridge, it keeps it nice and cool, great for depuffing. Anyone who's experiencing any sort of inflammation or redness on the skin, the cooling action is almost doubled. As jade itself stays really cool at room temperature, this will allow the tool itself to become really, really cool on the skin. I like to work in between the eyebrows as well. Working in between the brows on those beautiful 11s that we all usually sport with our lovely facial expressions, it helps to soften, working them back and forth. And it's not that I'm using a lot of pressure, but rather working the tool quickly over the skin to bring in microcirculation. And this idea of microcirculation really brings us to a place of increased nutrient delivery, and then the ability to remove the toxins and bring them through the lymphatic system. All the way down the lateral aspects of the face to follow with proper lymphatic drainage channels, down the lateral aspects of the neck, and then again clearing through the chest. Every section requires a great drain so that we can continue to put more fluid through it. And then the brows. We carry a lot of tension in our brows, and so by quickly working our tool up and down, back and forth across our brow, we actually can begin to soften our brows, but allow them to become more lifted and sculpted. And so through lifting here, we're able to actually begin to give ourselves a mini little eye lift and better sculpting around those facial contours. My suggestion would be that you would repeat on the other side, and obviously for video's sake, I think you guys can figure that one out. I would suggest that jade rolling be done at least once a day. There's no reason that you can't be doing it multiple times a day. I travel with mine, especially when we travel, our fluid becomes stagnant and we get extremely puffy. I love to use mine when I'm feeling inflamed. I love to put it in the fridge. And my ideal time for rolling is in the morning. And the reason that I love to jade roll in the morning is because our faces are really quite puffy sometimes when we wake up. Due to the stagnant lymphatic fluid that we do have, we actually, because we're sedentary at nighttime, we actually can stimulate a better flow of lymphatic drainage if we are doing so in the morning. I have many clients who say the nighttime is best for me. I can find a few more minutes. I leave it right beside my bed. There's nothing wrong with that at all. We just say, you know, any kind of jade rolling or massage stimulation that you can do is better than absolutely nothing. So anytime you can fit it in, give it a whirl. Maybe it's in the car on your ride to work. So many people find little bits of time throughout their day, and we encourage you all to begin to utilize a at-home massage roller or tool in your ritual. One thing that I want to remind everyone of is that you don't want to do zigzags back and forth. That rolling pin action negates the actual drainage to increase flow. When we're just going back and forth across the whole face and not following through with those long sweeping strokes of drainage, we won't see the same benefit for draining and depuffing the skin. So be aware of your sort of choice of motions and what the intention is and how it ties to your ritual. So I hope that you all really enjoyed this video today. The offer that we would love to offer you with this video today is 15% off all of our Jade by Gem skincare orders. And it would be off your first order from now until September 1st, 2019. And you can find Jade by Gem on our website at gemaesthetics.com, as well at either of our locations in Harrow or Tecumseh. Our Harrow location is located at 9 King Street West, and our Tecumseh location at 1875 Manning Road, Suite 400. So thank you so much for joining us for this video tutorial today, and we hope to see you soon.